Millions of people watch optimization tutorials on YouTube, but how many of these videos actually work? Because on YouTube, it's easy to pretend like you're a professional. So do these people really know what they're talking about? Or are their videos full of useless information and maybe even some viruses? To find out, I'm gonna let these YouTube pros optimize my $100 PC. But first, let me show you how my computer performs without any optimizations. Of course, I had to start by installing the worst, most bloated OS, Windows 11 Home. Compared to any other OS you can install, this is one of, if not the worst OS, because it comes with the most pre-installed apps and the most background processes. Even before you set it up, Microsoft is already collecting your personal information. But I installed this OS for a reason, because when we fully optimize this PC, we're gonna see the biggest possible difference before and after. So what are the specs of this $100 PC, you might be asking? Inside is an i7-6700, 16 gigs of RAM, and an Nvidia Quadro K4200. And all the parts together actually cost me less than $90. And to this day, I have never built a PC that gets more FPS per dollar in Fortnite. As you can see, we're averaging around 190 FPS and peaking at about 210 on this 1v1 map at 1080p. So although we're on the worst OS with no optimizations, this computer is already doing pretty decent. But I didn't build this thing just for it to be pretty decent, so let's get into the optimizations. Alright, so the first YouTube pro that we're going to be consulting for our PC optimization today is Chris Titus with the iridocyclitis.
Today we're setting up Windows 11.
So the first part of his video is basically just installing a custom OS. So we're just gonna skip to the optimization part where we actually optimize our current version of Windows, because I don't know, I feel like installing a clean pre-optimized version of Windows 11 would defeat the purpose of this challenge video.
We're just gonna launch into the toolbox. It's just a couple standard things. So I usually just say standard.
All right, so I'm gonna just copy exactly what he does in his video. So I'm on his website for the toolbox, gonna run it on my PC and run the exact same standard preset, and hopefully we're gonna get some more FPS out of this. And it's done. It only took 2 minutes and the tweaks are already finished. And all I'm gonna do is just restart my PC and see if we gained any more FPS. And automatically I see an immediate improvement. Earlier we had an average FPS of 190 and a peak of 210 FPS. But now we're averaging 220 and peaking at 240. That is a huge difference off of just one video. Hopefully the next YouTube Pro can boost our FPS even higher. So the second YouTube Pro we're gonna be taking a look at is Code Life. He has 455,000 subscribers and 1.6 thousand videos. That's more than twice the amount of videos that Chris Titus has. This guy is most definitely a YouTube pro. And we're gonna be taking a look at this video, the ultimate Fortnite optimization guide. And yeah, hopefully we get some more FPS out of this.
Some players have said that increasing their shader cache size to 10 gigabytes has actually helped them a ton.
Yeah, we already ran into a problem because I don't even have that setting. Since my GPU is so old, the latest driver that supports it came out before this was even an option, so I can only turn the shader cache on or off. That is so sad. So he just goes over some Fortnite settings, which, you know, these ones are pretty obvious. I have all of these off, so let's go to the essential Windows optimizations.
Starting off with a system restore point. Even though I doubt you'll need it, it's better to be safer than sorry. For most people, around 10 gigabytes should be more than enough.
Create a restore point. He said to increase this up to 10 gigabytes. Bang, 9.5, close enough. And we're gonna create it. We're gonna name it Before Code Life Rats My PC. Bang.
From there, open up the run box and type in system properties performance.exe, and this will open up the visual effects tab. If you click on adjust for best performance, you'll notice it unchecks all the settings, but what we need to do is tick these 5 essential ones to get the basic functionality from Windows.
And what we're gonna do is copy exactly what he did, so adjust for best performance. He selected 5 of them. He likes animations in the taskbar for some reason. He also likes save taskbar thumbnail previews, these 3 as well, and then we're gonna apply, boom.
Next, you want to go into gaming under game bar. Make sure this is disabled. Captures too. I like to go ahead and turn this off. And we've got game mode. This is something I really like and I do use now these days, as I feel like it does make my frame rate more stable.
So we're gonna go into the gaming section and turn off game bar and then disable the captures. And he also likes to leave game mode on, which is conveniently on by default in Windows 11.
From there below, if you go into graphics, if you see this setting called hardware accelerated GPU scheduling, you want to turn it on to reduce system latency and improve performance.
So he went into the graphics settings, and I actually can't even find the setting he's talking about because my GPU is too dang old.
Into privacy and security, Windows security, device security. Under core isolation details, you will find memory integrity, which I like to disable.
So here we are in the core isolation settings, but unfortunately it was already off by default. Probably because virtualization in my BIOS was already disabled, so any sort of virtualization based security like this would be disabled automatically. And that would be a good thing if I wasn't trying to do this challenge, because now I can't optimize my PC, it's already optimized.
Also inside threat protection, I like to go ahead and disable periodic scanning, as this can actually occur when you're gaming.
I actually can't find periodic scanning. I don't know what is wrong with me. Either I'm dumb, stupid, or blind, or maybe all three at the same time, but whatever the case is, I cannot find this stupid setting.
After that, I go into general and I deselect all of these, and then I like to disable this one right here.
But yeah, he went into general and he turned all of this off, which I also like to do. And he also went into diagnostics and feedback and turned this off, but I already turned that off when I first installed Windows 11 earlier today.
Under installed apps, you want to go through all of these and uninstall any that you don't use.
Alright, so I'm gonna uninstall literally everything. Get rid of that calculator. Get rid of that camera. And who the hell installed Solitaire on my PC? Do I look like I'm 40 years old, bro? But yeah, I uninstalled basically everything I possibly could. The only stuff that's still here is either stuff that I need or apps that Windows just does not let me uninstall.
Oh, another thing in apps, if you go into startup, you can also go through this and turn off apps that you don't want starting with Windows.
Okay, so going back into the app section, we're going to go into startup apps, he said, and disable everything we don't need. Don't need either of those two, and that's it.
Next, in system, head into notifications. I recommend the do not disturb setting to prevent any distractions. You can then deselect all of these three settings.
Now you might think that turning on do not disturb is a stupid thing to include in a Fortnite optimization guide, but when you're as handsome as Chodelife, you got so many huzz in the DMs that it lags out your PC, so you gotta turn on do not disturb for more FPS.
Next, inside the Windows updates, I do actually recommend keeping Windows semi up to date.
Semi up to date? What? My mom is semi-homeless. I'm now checking if I am semi-up-to-date, and it looks like we got a preview update to install, so I'm going to download half of it. The rest of the video was just applying the ultimate performance power plan, optimizing the Nvidia control panel, as well as doing a quick system scan. And after restarting my computer, it's finally time to find out if Codelife's video helped or hurt my ultra-budget gaming PC. And it actually got worse. I honestly don't know how this could have happened. You saw exactly what I did to my PC, everything was super basic, and it doesn't really make sense why this happened. Until you look at my PC. This CPU cooler is from the Stone Age, so the ultimate performance power plan and other power tweaks we did are probably cooking my CPU. You can also see under the ultimate performance power plan, it says it provides ultimate performance on higher end PCs. This is not a higher end PC by any means. But even after switching back to the balanced power plan that we were on earlier, we still have less FPS than we started with. But that's okay, we're just gonna use the restart point that Codelife told us to make at the start of his video, and now we're gonna see if the next YouTube Pro can help us boost our FPS. Since Codelife's video took a wet fart on my PC, we're gonna need an absolute heavy hitter to boost my FPS. So I thought we should check out one of FrameSync Labs' videos. He is very new to the scene, but already has 40,000 subscribers, a professional website, and probably a ton of sales for his tweaking service. I have no way of knowing though, I'm just assuming. But you might have noticed that his videos look a little bit like one of the GOATs of PC optimization on YouTube, Corvy Tech. This is not copying though, this is called paying homage. But jokes aside, if he's anything like Corvy Tech, we're probably gonna get some decent results. So let's get right into his video titled The Only Windows PC Optimization Guide You Will Ever Need in 2025.
Do you want to play like this? But here—
God damn it, bruh. It's an AI voice channel. AI's gonna take my freaking job. No! As long as the content is good, it's fine, but I hate AI voices. It actually hurts my ears. Like I'm not like super against AI or anything, but dude, I hate AI voices.
First, we're gonna start with changing the value of Win32 priority separation. Type in a value of 40.
All right, so we're gonna do exactly that. We're gonna go over here. He went into here, decimal, and he typed in 40. I personally like to use hexadecimal 26. This is a little bit different, but I think this value will still be good enough.
You can visit us on framesynclabs.com
How about no?
and select Nvidia control panel and drag the slider all the way to the left side. Click apply and then select manage 3D settings.
Okay, so a little bit different steps than CodeLife's video, which also covered the Nvidia control panel. We're just gonna go in here, click use my preference, and emphasize performance. We're gonna apply that, and then we go to manage 3D settings. The rest of the video was straightforward enough, but once we got to the group policy editor, this was where I realized that installing Windows 11 Home may have been a mistake, because this specific version of Windows 11 doesn't come with the group policy editor. So I had to skip those optimizations. Otherwise, very easy video to follow. But being easy to follow doesn't matter if the advice is completely useless. So let's take a look at the results we got with both Chris Titus and FrameSync Labs optimizations at the same time. And what do you know, the results are basically exactly the same. I don't understand why this is happening, because in the past, when I tried optimizing other PCs and laptops for challenges, even the goofiest TikTok videos boosted my FPS. But on this PC, it seems like after we debloated it, no optimization is doing anything to increase our FPS. Anyways, we still finished with more than what we had when we started this challenge, but we're definitely gonna have to try some more optimizations on my $100 PC. But if you wanna see what happened when I paid a professional PC optimizer to revive my 18-year-old PC, watch this video next.